Hi, hello, I'm Alex. Today we're having another 12-point DBN game, and this time we're using a Spanish army versus a French army. This is a little bit of a different game because the Spanish army is quite a large and difficult to control army. So let's have a look at the troops involved. Okay, here we have the Spanish army. As you can see, you get quite a lot for your 12 points, and in actual fact within the DBN rules they say that a Spanish army actually gets an extra point, so they have 13 points, and that's because it's an awkward army to achieve anything with and a difficult army to manoeuvre with, because they have such a high percentage of militia class units. So let's have a look what we've got here. First of all, here's the CNC commander and the baggage. I'll come back to this fella shortly. And the best troops on the table for the Spanish, we have 2 musket line units, and that's the Spanish and Walloon Guard and combined grenadiers. And we have 2 units of light infantry, who are just regular light infantry. They were fairly competent and the best of the Spanish army. And then we have 6 units of militia class muskets. And we have here, we have 4 units, sorry no, there's 4 units of, slightly on there, 6 units of militia class muskets and 4 units there of levy en masse. Okay, these are like militia muskets, however they're not as good. They tend to run away quite easily, and they're more difficult to move. And the rules on how to use these are in the optional rules section. But basically, it costs 2 caps to move a levy en masse unit for the first time. They have no effective firing, and the first time they're in combat of any description, there's a 50-50 chance they flee from the field. However, 2 units only costs half a point, so then 4 units altogether only cost 1 point. So they're an interesting unit to have. Unit of regular artillery, quite a strong mounted arm here. We've got all militia class cavalry. We've got 1 unit of heavy cavalry. Let's have a look, see what they are. It's the Cavalry de Santiago. I don't know if my focus will play ball there, but they're obviously the best unit of cavalry that they've got, and 3 other light cavalry, all militia. And we've also got over here some mounted guerrillas, who are basically irregular cavalry and operate the same way as Cossacks would. So that's all the combat units. There's 24 24 units altogether. And there's something like 20 combat units. This fella here, see if it'll show you guys. This guy is Count de Muchacasho. And Count de Muchacasho, if you can see, he's riding around with a chest full of gold coin. And this is a special ADC. And he moves around at heavy cavalry speed because he's carrying a lot of heavy gold, and he will add 1 to any unit that he's attached to in close combat. He tests to see if he's been hit. If he is attached to a unit that loses in combat, not if it wins in combat, as with other special ADCs, because this guy doesn't lead, he stands at the back and promises them gold, but it adds an interesting touch to the game. So there you have your 12 point Spanish army. Okay, we have the French army in Spain, starting off with the CNC there. We have 4 units of muskets, 3 units of musket light infantry, special light infantry, which can be musket as well. We have 2 units of militia class muskets. These are allies, again are compulsory in the army list, or one of them's compulsory, and this particular one is Westphalian, so that's a formation of Westphalian infantry, and the San Alfonso Spanish as well. Mounted, we've got 3 units of light cavalry and 1 unit of foot artillery plus baggage. So as you can see, it's a lot smaller force than the Spanish, and there is something like 10, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 units of combat units. So let's have a look now at the battlefield. There you see the battlefield, a straightforward 2 foot by 2 foot playing area. As you can see, the battlefield is fairly open, which suits the Spanish army, and the defender will choose which side to deploy from. So let's now have a look at the deployment of the troops. So here we have both armies deployed for battle. My friend Mark is the Spanish commander, and he'll explain his deployment, and on the right hand side is the French army, which I'm commanding. Okay, Mark?
Well, the Spanish army here, Spanish CNC, a 12 point army but 24 units, because most of it is militia. These are all militia. Cavalry is militia. These 2 are line muskets, line gun. Line lights on these ones are levy en masse. Count for half a point each, no firepower. Close quarter fighting only, and quite prone to running away. The secondary general here is the man with the golden tub of money for the Spanish. He goes around to distribute gold coins to encourage them to have a go at the French. Some irregular cavalry here, and the baggage sadly located here opposite the French cavalry because they've deployed second. Spanish plan is just to hold the line. They may well move forward to give themselves some space, but the line like this you won't be attacking because militia doesn't last long. Levy en masse lasts even less, and the line units, although they do their best, will soon be outnumbered by the French. We'll see how we do.
So moving over to the French army, I'll just explain now my deployment and what my plan is. Here's my main attack column of musket infantry. I've placed my 2 of my light cavalry on my left flank to keep his irregular cavalry under control, otherwise it can be a bit of a nuisance. I've got a column of my militia class Westphalians and Spanish on the road with light infantry in the front, artillery on the hill, and a small formation of light infantry and cavalry to hold the right flank, because he's got his massed cavalry on the flank, and we'll just see how the battle develops. Okay, right, so I go first as the attacker.
Oh yes.
+2 on my first dice, which I need. So I'm on a 3. I'll zip down the road. with these boys.
Alex has kindly allowed me to move my baggage from here to here because of his cavalry on the flank.
I am kind.
Which looks a bit baggage thieves, to be fair. Because in a 12-point game, baggage doesn't move during the game, it stays.
It's one. I'll move these twice. How far's my artillery gonna? My artillery's out of range, isn't it? I'll move these twice.
Upside six, or up to 600, isn't it? So there you are.
Yeah. That's my 3. That's my movement over. Obviously you have no firing. Mark, do you have any firing? I think you do.
Can I fire your gun?
I reckon where they are at the moment. Yes, you can.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah.
We'll do that then. Firing the gun that's moved is always a good option, because you only have to beat him as opposed to doubling him.
And I'm not firing back, so that's 3.
3-2.
3-2.
8.
Oh.
8-4.
8-4. So that's bad news from the start.
Him 2 minutes. Have that. They might only be Spanish.
But they're good gunners.
Pass me some fluff, I think I might need some in the near future. So. Alright, another me. 6.
Ooh.
Have a load of that. So I will stay where I am for the moment with the main battle line. Onto a good thing, you may as well keep at it. These ones I shall move forward 300. Give you a bit of a worry on your flank. If Spanish militia cavalry ever makes you worry. Do these do a free move, being...
Yeah.
They move 500, don't they?
Yeah.
So back to back, back there, and from the attack there. So that's 1, that's 2, 1 free move.
Still got more than enough.
Cavalry's that was 600, isn't it?
Cavalry is, yeah.
That'll do.
Yeah.
No point moving things just for the sake of it.
Okay, here we go again then.
3-2, 3-1. 3-1 is it?
Yeah, 3-1. Oh.
8-6. Fluffed, dead. Get off.
That's a horrible start to the battle.
The term for that is badoof.
That was a bit of a rookie error on my part. And there's the reminder. Okay, over to me then. Game 2, turn 2. Ugh, 2. Okay, I will bring these forward. You can see the back end of them.
Yeah.
So they will come forward 300. And go forward 200. Okay, that's my 2. Firing, the only firing is your gun.
Straight ahead of him then.
Yeah.
On the 3 or the 4. Well
Okay, over to you. 3.
Well, I don't think there is any point in me moving forward, is it?
No, because
it just means the guns are going to fire, isn't it? So
I'm coming after
Yeah.
you.
it is. So we'll do flanking move for them to that. One then, isn't it?
Yeah. Ooh,
No. Isn't it just? And we'll shuffle forward and move just because we can.
Okay.
Done. Firing
Firing.
will have to be these lights onto them.
Yeah.
Does the second light get in?
No.
I don't think it does.
No.
No, it doesn't. Apart from me moving it. These on a 3, these on a 4. Good in support. 3,
Great.
3.
Oh,
8, 7 fluff on you.
good shooting. Over to me. 4. Okay.
So by doing a flanking move with the lights, it's disturbed his column of attack. They are now
Certainly has.
disturbed.
I am
We have to take
now
counts.
disturbed. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
On him again then. I presume, do you want to fire in support? I mean, he's going to fire in support anyway, isn't he?
He is, isn't he now? He's in within 300.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, isn't he? I'll fire them both in support. So he's on a 3, he's on a 4.
So,
3,
yeah.
2.
Yeah.
3, 2 to me. Oh dear. 4, 5.
Fluff on you.
Fun, mate. So it goes on.
Over to you, Mark.
Throw for caps. Oh, disaster.
Yeah, because if you wheel, that's the corner and you swing
I'll
like
be
that.
swinging over them, aren't
Yeah.
they? Yeah, they're going to have to move that bit, aren't they?
Sight, yeah. You have to move the
Actually,
one.
move him to there.
Yeah.
What the best I can do for that one. The knights might just have to suffer it. Insert it for 1. How awful. 4, 3, 4, 3, 2. 3, 2 to me.
I didn't shoot them.
You didn't, that's right. 7.
So there you
7,
go.
8.
I won again. Right, I will
Spanish
shoot.
knights,
I will
they're
shoot
useless.
them this time. It's just 3-3.
I'm
But you're just defending.
Yeah. Marvellous. Well.
Spanish lights are not performing.
No.
Over to me.
Yeah.
5. So where am I at? Am I in a position to charge? I reckon I am. Yeah? So I will do that. Yeah, I've adjusted onto you. That's 1. And that's 2. That's 3. Four, 5. Yeah.
So Super duper.
Super duper. My firing. I have my lights firing on your cavalry. 3-2 to me.
Ooh.
Oh, nasty, nasty.
Doubled, isn't it?
Doubled.
It's alright, I'll have a
That's the
flush
way
there.
to do it.
That's dreadful. What a splatter. Nearly dead.
Your gun.
My gun onto your
Yeah.
column, I think.
4-3. Ooh.
Oh.
A few sixes coming out here. Boing. All that remains now is combat. So what we've got here is my French attack column, which is a muskets on a 4 +3 for French attack column.
In the peninsula, yeah.
Yeah, so that brings it up to 7. So I start off on a 7. For the benefit of the camera, I'll just put that there.
My lights start on a 3,
Yeah,
shaken down to a 2.
yeah,
Makes it 7-2. My supporters take 1 off his, reduces him to 6. Makes it a 6-2. Easy dice roll to win.
sorry, that was 8 from there, sorry. So it's now 6-2. Okay, 6 and 2 is 8.
6. Dead.
Yeah, I haven't doubled him, but 1 hit is enough to destroy him because he's already shaken. Now, because he's an attack column and he's destroyed his opponent, he does a breakthrough test, and basically anything but a 1 or a 2, and he passes his breakthrough. So he passes his breakthrough, and he can attack a unit to his front. But in this case, the only way he can't attack that unit because they're in the way. So all he can do, he can't move into combat with cavalry, so all he can do is move up to a full move forward because he got his breakthrough.
Oh yes, of course, yeah, yeah.
So he can't wheel into there because then cavalry are in the way.
Yeah.
So he has to go forward at least a base depth.
Yes.
The minimum is a base depth. So I think I'll do the minimum, which is 1 base depth, which puts me there. Okay?
And I'm sure the French are very proud of themselves, killing off a poor, disordered, shirking Spanish fighting infantry.
Yeah, yeah.
Glories of the day.
I'll just put them dead Spanish unit there. They're not quite Spanish, but
They look a bit Spanish.
look a bit Spanish.
They're dead.
And they're dead.
Over to me.
I think so, yeah. Nothing
No
else.
more fighting. Yeah. Oh, more would have been good, but there you go. So, what are we going to do there? That's what obviously we're going to have to do. Just swivel the casualties a little bit. I'm going to attack you head on. Are you still fighting as a column?
No, the bonus is only versus infantry. Yeah. So I will attempt to form
if I
square,
attack
you
him,
see.
and he attacks him, it's 2 separate fights,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, it is.
Yeah, because there is no fight happening there,
Yeah.
or is there anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so well done, it's only against infantry.
So this is it's a bit of a like a Waterloo situation, isn't it? Really.
2, 3, right, I've got it.
I've broken through, but I'm now facing your
1.
best cavalry.
We can move 300.
Move 400.
Yeah.
He moves in there. It's 2.
He goes with him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
2, 3.
Wow. No. Yeah. Yeah. Because that's 1. That was 2, and that was 3, wasn't it?
That's it.
Oh my god.
The French against
This could be
Spanish.
the most glorious Spanish cavalry charge ever.
It could be.
It could be.
Not necessarily.
And if
it could be.
It could be.
Let's do shooting first.
Yeah.
Gun onto the column. I'm on a
Right.
3, you're on a 4. 8, 5.
Ooh.
Have a fluff.
Thank you.
Things are looking up. No more firing or this?
Yeah, my light's on there, which is
3, 2, 3,
3, 3, 1.
Survived.
Ooh.
Just.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it, combat. So let's have our little work out our scores. First of all, see if I get to form, if I'm well prepared or not.
Don't I?
So
it's +2, isn't it? Because
yeah,
you moved.
Yeah.
3. Well prepared.
So Mark's as Mark's charged the infantry attempt to form a square, and there's a simple test. And if the infantry have moved, it's more in Mark's Spanish cavalry's favour. But Mark threw a 1, he got +2 because I moved, which is up to a 3, which still means that I am well prepared. Because 1, 2 or 3 I'm well prepared, 4 out of 5 is average, and 6 I'm unprepared. So I am well prepared. So we fight the combat. So my basic factor is 4. I get +1 for being well prepared, so I'm up to a 5. Okay?
-1 for each support.
So I'm down to a 3. So the French end up on a factor of 3, being attacked by militia heavy cavalry. So Mark starts off on a 3, but he's down to 2 because he's militia. Now the benefit of heavy cavalry versus infantry, if they win, they ride down the infantry. But they've got to win the combat first of all. So,
but we could do this one first.
And we could do that one first.
Lights on a 3.
Yeah.
Flank and attack up to a 4.
Yeah.
You're defending on a 4.
In combat, the flank attack is a minus off me.
Oh, okay. So it's 3-3 then.
So you're on a 3. I start off on a 4, but I'm attacked in the flank down to a 3. So we've got a 3-3 there, and we've got a 3-2 there.
So that's my best one to start with. However, if they fight, if he loses, he'll end up facing coming back this way. He won't be able to retire from this one if he wins. If I fight this one and you lose,
I still can't get pushed back, so he can't get pushed back anyway. So I can't.
He'll be dead.
Yeah.
So will he not get pushed
But if I lose, you ride me down anyway.
Yes.
So that you want to do the cavalry first.
Join in that fight after
yeah.
Because
if you win, it'll help you.
So I'm on a 2, you're on a 3.
Yeah.
Oh, 7.
Oh.
7-6. Have that.
Mark wins with a final score of 7-6. So the Spanish win, which means because they're heavy cavalry, they destroy their opponents and now test for breakthrough. And he gets a 6. It's anything but a 1, 2 or 3 because the militia cavalry.
Yeah.
So if he failed that test, he would have been uncontrollable charge, which he still would have charged into his infantry, but he would have been classed, well, he'd have been classed as militia, so it wouldn't have been too bad. But he passed anyway, so he can do what he wants.
And the supports then.
And the supports, if they maintain the same formation, can follow up as well.
So he goes in anyway because he's heavy.
Yeah.
His support follows up because he maintains the same formation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I suggest he does too.
Yeah. And you fight that.
Fight that now, that changes to 3-3, doesn't it?
Fight that combat. That now changes that 3-3. You've now got support there and 1 support there, so that's down to a 1.
3-1.
Do you all follow that? It's changed now because he's attacking the French in the flank there, but the Spanish has now got 2 supports, which is the attacking Spanish heavy cavalry and their flank support, because the combats take place at the time.
Oh, very good, couldn't they? This one, bringing that way into there.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, they can.
Could they get into there to the side to support?
No.
No.
You may sort of measuring from that point there, aren't you?
That's it.
But they could, because at the moment you're not encroaching in his zone of control. So from that point they can charge into the flank.
Flank of them, yeah. So I think what we will do, there's some amazingly enormous things like this, we'll go a 1.
Ooh!
Because although they are militia, like cavalry, don't like fighting horses.
Yeah. Light infantry do not like being in combat with cavalry, so
2
might not
for a flank
work
shot.
my way. Yeah.
A 3.
Yeah. I'm not handling this battle very well.
No, you're not, are you?
I think Napoleon might have me removed from command after this if I don't pull the hat out of the bag here.
Because I'm going to move 3, so I'm going to catch them up.
My subordinates will be writing letters to Napoleon saying how I mishandled
join in
them.
with them.
Right.
Maybe shouldn't actually. Because if they do, they won't be able to retire, will they?
No.
1, 2, 3, so we've got 1 left. How far do these move backwards?
Well, it's minus 100 going backwards, so you can move 400 backwards.
For the 1.
Mm-hmm.
Spend 1 cap on moving 1, and the other one gets a free one anyway.
Yeah.
Just to avoid fighting with them. Once you're winning somewhere in a battle, you can afford to avoid other
Yeah,
fights.
that's right.
But like a pub fight.
Yeah.
When you're winning against a lager drinker, the serious bitter real ale drinker.
Yeah, leave the Guinness man alone.
Leave the Guinness man, carry on winning against the lager shandy drinker. Apologies to lager shandy drinkers, of course. Drink something real. Right.
Right. Well, I don't think there's much in the way of shooting going on.
Dunn hasn't got a target.
No.
He has. There's a flank shot on him.
Yeah.
So I'm on a 3,
Up
to a
4
4.
for flank shot, and
you're
I'm on a
defending the
4.
Oh, and he just fluff on you.
Me. Oh, nasty. God.
We'll do this one first, because it's up to me, because it's my turn.
See how you find me? 3 and
3.
2 is 5. It's average.
Average.
Yeah.
So you're but being light, then you're on a, so you start on
I start off on a 3 versus go up to start. Okay.
that one, 4, 3.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Fluff on you, Mark. Nothing here, just them two there for firing. No result there. Combat.
yeah, I'm gonna
We've got
combat, just
this
one.
combat there and that combat
No,
there.
Yeah, which one do you do first?
So I'll do this one here.
Yeah,
So I start off on a 2 because I am lights versus cavalry.
I'll go how to find you. 4, 5, 6. Because you moved.
I moved 6, so I am unprepared. So
Unshaken.
I wasn't able to form any sort of square, so I'm now down to a 1. I start off on 2, I get -1 for being unprepared, and I get another -1 for being shaken. So I'm on a 0.
I'm on a 2, militia
Yeah.
like cavalry. He's got 1 side support, so I'm down to a 1.
Yeah, so it's 1-0 to Mark to the Spanish. Oh, I throw a 6. So I'm on a total of 6, and Mark's on a total of 3.
6, 3. What a dog. Doubled and dead. I ask you, and he's dead.
And the glory was so great that my shaken unit takes off that shaken because he's just won in close combat.
This is what happens with the Spanish mixing with the French.
That's what, yeah. Things start off.
Casualties.
Yeah.
What a drag.
That should have been a win for you there.
So it should have
I
been
was
twice, shouldn't it?
unprepared and shaken, and they were light infantry versus cavalry, and just. But it was a 6. It was a 6-1.
It was a 6-1, yeah.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Yeah. Here
Moving on
then.
swiftly.
So that's a 3-1-3-1.
Which one are you doing first?
I'll do the closest one first. 3-1 becomes a 5-4, so that's 1 and push back.
Are you following up?
No, and that makes it a 3-0. Becomes a 8-4
4.
double. So that's again 1 hit and flee 600.
Right.
So you're
Off the table.
off the table. Yeah. a fleet off the table,
Fleed away.
and they're a fluff.
Well done. It's not unusual.
God. It's funny how this battle has panned out, isn't it?
Hmm.
It's
odd.
It's odd, isn't it? That's not how I planned the fight to go.
A good cavalry charge.
Yeah,
That's
I messed it up. I made a right mess with it.
No, really, because I could have stayed here on the hill and just waited.
Yeah, you took advantage of my awkward deployment. Yeah. Right, over to me then.
Yep.
I need a good score.
I was thinking it.
Not this turn.
Something like that.
Him on him with him in support.
4-2, 4-1.
4-1.
8-1. Oh, 8-7. That was lucky. Guess what's going to happen next time?
If they're still there. They've had a busy day then, boys.
Yeah.
Cavalry from San Diego.
They've moved. Spanish cavalry have moved.
Yeah.
All the way from over here.
Yeah, I know.
Had a bit of a
They've
tussle.
freaking-
Come all the way over there.
Yeah, they've done it. They've done the business.
So your shooting done?
That's all my shooting done.
Well, sure, I could have shot him in support.
You could have done.
I didn't think. You beat about more than one though, didn't you?
Yeah, but you did. So you could still fire him, of course.
Yeah. 3, depending on a 4.
Yeah, you want to fire him in spot there,
Down
didn't
to
you?
3.
Yeah.
3.
Draw.
Fuck's sake. Where's the fucking time? Over to me? Oh, sorry. Well done. 4-3. No, 3-3.
3-3. Oh!
Fluffy bitch. Fluffy it up.
That's the Irish as well.
Well, this one.
Regiment Irlandais. Regiment Irlander.
Oh, right.
The ones that are in Sharpie.
Over to Was. No more fighting, is there?
No.
Got down
Oh!
nicely. Be in for 2 then.
Yeah.
As it'll have to be. 3. He can stay there and shoot, can't he? Because he's doing it nicely. They can stay there and shoot. He can stay there and shoot. He can come up here and shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, there's 3
Yeah.
there, isn't it?
It's 300, isn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
2, what was that? 2, 3, 2 left. Yeah, I could go into combo then, couldn't I? Well, you'd still be fighting with 3, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
For the column on the one side, haven't I? If those 2 move forward for 1 and he moves across here behind him for 1, does that count as a column?
No.
He has to be a column to begin with,
Yeah.
doesn't he? We'll do for next time.
Yeah.
And 1.
Stick frigging Count de Monte Dosho at the back of that column then.
I forgot about him. Well done. He's at the back of that column. Can't mount a dosho. These guys shoot.
Shock horror, it's me. Unfortunately, the camera ran out of battery power before the end of the game. Mark did say I did this on purpose because, as you might have guessed, Mark with his Spanish army won the game. He destroyed 5 of my units and I was unable to get 5 of his. I needed to destroy 8 of his. Mark definitely deserved to win the game. My deployment wasn't right. And I made the mistake of advancing my artillery at the beginning of the game right in front of his positioned capable Spanish artillery, and it just blew me artillery away, so I was on a back foot from the start. Mark's Spanish cavalry ended up right in the perfect position in front of my attack column, and he crashed into it and destroyed the attack column, and from there on I was struggling to regain my position, so that was a victory to the Spanish. It doesn't always go that way, often it goes the other way, but it was a great fun game. Sorry about the film running out. We will do another game, probably a bigger one. Most of the games we play have bigger points. Usually we play historical battles, that's what we enjoy the most, and there's a multitude of scenarios that DBN have produced or are on in the rule booklets. So thank you very much for watching.